In these times of the future, man has explored many worlds, traveling through space by the use of the spice. Spice, the most precious substance, can only be found on one planet in the whole universe. This planet is Arrakis, better known as Dune. It's a dry, desolate planet with vast deserts. There's never a drop of rain on Dune. You're Paul Atreides, son of Duke Leto Atreides. The Harkonnens, longtime enemies of your family, have come on Dune to control the spice production in their brutal way. But the Emperor of the Universe has just allowed you and the Atreides family to go on Dune too. You are determined to use this opportunity to drive the Harkonnens out of Dune with the help of the few natives, Fremen. The story begins as you've just arrived on Dune in an empty palace located at a safe distance from the Harkonnen fortresses. On which page of the manual can you see this picture? Hello everyone, welcome to Dune, the original Dune. And well, looks like I have to check out the manual here for a bit to find the page that has the Baron on it with his suspension devices. Let's see, that is page 7. There we go. And here we are at our palace. So let's talk to our father here. I am the Duke Leto Atreides, your father, just in case you forgot who your parents are. My son, we must mine the spice as soon as possible, or the Emperor will recall us from Dune. That's not quite true, he's actually just going to kill you if you don't give him enough spice. We've spotted 3 troops of Fremen around the palace, and I've sent Gurney Halleck to meet them. He's not returned yet. Go there and see what's happening. It's keeping Gurney. Well, before we do that, let's just hang around here a little bit, but no, it doesn't seem like anything else to do here. Here we have a balcony, and there, the dragonfly thing here is ornithopter. And here is Lady Jessica. I'm your mother, Jessica. Wow, my parents have no confidence in me remembering who they are. The Duke has sent Gurney Halleck to Carthage Tuek. Go outside, take an Oni and fly there. Hurry up, my son. I sense danger. Okay. Let's do just that then. And let's take an Ornithopter, which they abbreviate Oni here instead of Thopter, which is interesting. Okay. Carthage Ark. Let's go for that one here. Yeah, this Dune game here is actually, it is a real-time strategy game of sorts, but it's more of a management sim overall. The version I'm playing here is the floppy version, so no voices or intro lifted from the film, but yeah, it looks a bit different in some ways. You can see the siege here, it really looks like a scan of a drawing, and I do think the siege actually looks pretty good, but it also doesn't quite fit with the rest of the style. Also, what's nice is if you walk in the desert, the objects here are a bit more persistent, which is kind of neat. But don't walk into the desert, it's a bad idea. Let's talk to a green guy here. We Fremen are the original inhabitants of Dune. We've adapted our way of life to the desert. We've heard of you, your son, of the Atreides Duke, and of Jessica. Could he be the one? Maybe I am. Okay, let's see. Yes, I agree to let my troop work for you. Well, that was easy. So, my troop is settled in Carthage Hag, awaiting your orders. The Fremen here, so you have to recruit a bunch of Fremen to work for you. And you can turn them into ecologists, soldiers, or spice miners. I'm gonna go with spice miners here. We know a little about spice mining. Let's see. Yeah, there are 2,080 men. Motivation 26%. And they're beginners, but that's fine. So they're going to do some mining here, which is good. So let's go to the next siege, like this is where all the Fremen live, and see whether we can recruit those guys as well. So overall here your goal is to find as many sieges as possible, recruit as many Fremen as possible, get enough spice to pay the Emperor, and also amass an army to eventually take down the Harkonnen. There we go. Does it travel here pretty fast? It feels faster than the Sega CD version which I've played, or the CD version, but I might just be imagining that. In any case, here's a blue Fremen. He looks intense. I can feel something in you. I wonder if you will be able to penetrate the secrets of this planet. Okay, doesn't want to talk more. Let's see, can I hire you? I'm not quite sure that you're able to appreciate our skills yet. Okay. Sure. That was moderately successful. He doesn't seem to dislike us here, but we also haven't been super successful here. Let's just get to the third siege. I'm not sure whether Gurney is always at the third siege you go to. He might just always be at the southern one, or it's randomized, I'm not quite sure. Also like the desert travel sequence here, it's actually pretty neat. There we go, and here he is. We saw you coming from the other siege. Nope, doesn't have anything else to say. Let's talk to Gurney. Oh, wow. Look at how Gurney looks. He looks like the Joker. I'm Gurney Halleck. I've served the Atreides for a long time. Did you notice that all the Fremen we meet have blue eyes? Totally blue, no whites in them. It's linked to saturation of the blood with spice. The Fremen seem to be organized in tribes or troops. It would be best for us to visit the 3 sieges together and return to the palace and inform the Duke. Okay. Okay, Paul, I'm going with you. Very good, so now we've got a companion here. You can have up to 2 companions. There's various characters. Lady Jessica is also a potential companion. Talk to this guy here again and see what I can recruit him. Yes, I agree to let my troop work for you. These guys here will also be spice miners. So 1,900 men, that's pretty good. I think the lowest you can get is maybe like 300 to 500, something like that. We aren't very used to spice mining. We'll try to learn. That is good enough. Okay. This guy's just lurking around here. Yeah, and when you go back to these guys here, they're going to tell you what they're currently up to. So these guys here are beginners, but they will get better over time. So let's go back to the other sieges here. Got a really nice dawn effect here. I do like the colors and the general design of this game here. Some of the characters look a little bit weird, but nevertheless, I do like it a lot. So, nope. Same deal here. Gurney, what can you do? Let's go and tell the Duke that we have 2 troops working for us. Sure, we can do that. Let's go to the palace then. Also, fun fact here, the Atreides are red and the Harkonnen are blue, which is actually closer to their colors in the novel, even though in the Westwood RTS games, it's the other way around. Here we go. Our palace at Carthage, which is mentioned in the book. That's actually a palace where Rabban used to reside, or the city with the palace. Okay. So you've got a little map here. Very nice. Like this hallway here, it's great perspective. Here is Duncan, Idaho, who looks a bit strange, like this hair and everything, in very intense eyebrows, got like Frida Kahlo eyebrows. I'm Duncan, Idaho. The Duke asked me to supervise the production of spice. Well, for the moment I haven't much to do. I hope that we'll be able to extract large quantities of spice very soon. If you really want to know about the properties of the spice, ask your mother Jessica. Just remind me that she's my mom, just in case I forgot again. Our stocks of spice are currently 20 kilograms. Do remember that spice is by far the most valuable substance in the whole universe, and that it can only be found here on Dune. There we go, let's talk to Jessica as well. The spice is mined from the sand of Dune. Spice prolongs life and extends consciousness. It's used by the guild navigators to travel through space. I wonder what the proximity of so much spice will do to you, Paul. Who knows? Okay, so far so good. So let's talk to Dad here. The Fremen have a special garment which they call a still suit. Wearing this, they can stay in the desert without losing any bodily water. It would be advantageous for us to have some of these still suits. I want you and Gurney to go and find some of these suits for us. And remember, avoid wandering in the desert. You won't go very far without a still suit. Even with a still suit, just wandering in the desert is a terrible idea. Don't do it. Unless there's like specific sequence of events. Oh yes, still suits. Let me remember. That's it. The Fremen in the siege where we met told me about a still suit maker. Okay, sounds pretty good. Okay, so that is all good here. Got another little nighttime scene here, which is neat. Okay, let's leave the palace for now and take an Ornithopter. The start of this game here is a bit more adventure-like, but the majority of it is basically a management sim. You can actually skip to a destination, but we're not flying that far right now, and I kind of like the traveling sequence. Also, there's a giant fish in the desert. Yeah, this looks like a scan. You can kind of see the edges of the siege here. I thought you looked interested in my still suit. Yes, I know a still suit maker. You'll find him if you fly eastwards in your army. It's not very far, but be sure to fly with someone. Sieges are well hidden and not easy to find. My troops settled in Carthag. We're doing spice mining for a few hours. 1,900 men, motivation 28% on trial in spice. Okay. Let's leave those guys here for now. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to talk to Gurney. We must fly eastwards from Carthag. Okay. Gurney makes me uncomfortable, but he's a good guy. So, let's fly eastward. The reason why... There we go. You want to have a companion, in addition to that just being necessary for certain sequences, it's also because your companions can actually spot sieges. And you need to find a ton of sieges. There's like, I don't know, 50 or maybe like 50 to 80, something like that. Wait a minute, I'm not sure. I think I've just seen a siege ahead. There we go. And here we have another siege. Okay, this one's a bit bigger. All kinds of people here. Welcome to Nutaba, Paul Atreides. So you want to know about the principles of our still suits. It's good that you are so keen to learn our ways. A still suit is basically a high efficiency filter. Perspiration passes through the first layer and is gathered in the second. Salt is separated and the reclaimed water circulates to catch pockets from which you can drink through a tube at your neck. Breathing and walking provide the pumping action. There are some still suits for both of you, and I'll send some to your palace as well. I know of 2 more sieges in the vicinity, whose leaders would be more than interested in meeting you, Paul Atreides. Travel north and east from here. We've heard of you, and you're the son of Atreides Duke and Jessica. Could he be the one? Maybe. Yes, I agree to let my troop work for you. Okay. There we go. More spice here for the time being. See an house around and there isn't anyone using it. Would be nice to have it. So modify the equipment. So I'm going to give them the harvester. I'm not going to give them the Orni because that's the one we're flying around with. Even though once you have spare Ornis, you should give them to your harvesters as well. I'm sure that we'll do a better job with this harvester. You sure will. Okay. No more orders for the time being. Let's visit these 2 new sieges. Okay. Sure, that was north and east. So let's do just that. Actually, oh, they actually indicated already. I thought we'd had to find those. Okay, so this one here will be the first one. Let's just skip to the destination here. And let's go inside. So here's this Paul Atreides we've heard about. Okay. Can this guy here be recruited? Yes, I agree to let my troop work for you. Let's see. 1,360 men, motivation 31%. You'll also be mining. The area has to be prospected for spice before we start mining it. Okay. So we're going to need a prospector here. Suspect the existence of a troop of prospectors. There has to be one. I'm convinced such a troop is nearby, probably in one of these already prospected sieges. Okay. You can have your companions stay somewhere, but be careful that you remember where they actually are. Okay, so these are prospected, so let's just go to these sieges here and then see what they can find a prospector. The prospector troop, you really only need one. I'm not sure you can have more than one. So they can ready areas to be prepared for spice production. Here we go. Yes, our area has been prospected for spies by a troop of Fremen who came here one day. No, we don't know where they are now. First they seemed unfriendly, but they seemed trustworthy. My troop is settled in Kathak. Yeah, there we go. So let's stop talking here. Suspect the existence of a troop of prospectors. Yeah, there has to be one. We had that before. So the prospectors have been here, obviously, because the area is prospected. But they're not in this siege here specifically. So let's fly here. And see. Again, I'm not sure whether the prospectors are always in a fixed siege or whether you have to go to a certain number before they appear or whether it's randomized. It doesn't really matter too much. These sieges are all pretty close by. Here we go. We had heard rumors that you might call upon our services. Prospecting for spies is a dangerous and skillful job. Well, you talked to the right person. My troop specializes in spice prospection. I'm sure we're the only Fremen troop who are able to do this. Okay, can I recruit you? Good to see then. Our knowledge is appreciated. Yes, Paul Atreides will work for you. Okay. We don't want to do that. Okay. Remember, 40%. Okay, so I can't actually... I could just turn them to spice miners, but I want them to prospect, don't I? We're unbeatable in spice prospecting. Here, I have something you may find interesting. There we go, a spice density map. Very good. So these areas here are also not particularly dense, whereas these ones here, actually, I guess they're not prospected. These ones here are a little bit better. There we go. You can update this map as we send back information to you. Okay, we can move the troop. So let's move them to this area here. Okay. Can we actually have them? Yeah, there we go. Done here. So these guys will now move to that siege. Okay. Yeah, all good here. And let's see that we move to... Wait, have we been here? Yeah, that was the eastward siege. Let's move to this siege here. Let's see where these guys can be recruited, even if the area still needs to be prospected. That might still be a good idea. Skip to destination here because that's a little bit far away. Let's go back to the palace. Okay. Yes, we will. But I'm going to talk to this guy here first. So here's this Paul Atreides we've heard about. Check out my hair. Yes, I agree to let my troop work for you. So let's see. 2,250 men with 25%. That's pretty good. More spies here. Okay. That's fine. Let's return to the palace. By the way, this game also has an encyclopedia, which is pretty sweet. You can check all information on all kinds of topics, but I'm not going to do that right now. So let's go. Let's go back to the palace. Can we actually travel there directly? Oh, there we go, yeah. Okay, back to Carthage. I think if you skip travel, you can't actually find more sieges. So maybe I should not have done that. Then again, there might not be that many more in this specific area. Look, still tools have been stored here. It's cool inside, isn't it? Yep, it sure is. Okay, okay. I must congratulate you on finding this prospecting troop. We are now well on the way, Paul. Our stocks of spice are currently 360 kilograms. Oh, very good. Lines going up. Do remember that spice is by far the most valuable substance in the whole universe and that can only be found here on Dune. By the way, the Duke's your father. Okay, let's talk to the Duke again. You've got the still suits. Good work, Paul. Don't forget to have a look at the map to see if your troops are working well. Paul, as you know, we haven't been here at the palace long and this old building may still hold many secrets. Our enemies were here recently and we have already found some traps. Well, your mother Jessica has this special talent for, well, sounding rooms and finding secret doors. Go with her and search the palace. Remember that now our most important task to achieve good spice production. It's all about the economy. Also, there's a bull here with bloody horns. That bull killed the Duke's father, the old Duke. So where's Jessica? Here she is. You can look at the mirror here. Over the course of the game, your eyes are gonna turn blue. Let's take this opportunity to save the game. And let's talk to Jessica. I wonder what the proximity of so much spice will do to you, Paul. We both will try to examine the few rooms we can access. Go ahead, I'm following you. Okay. There we go. Paul, I gave you more than education. It was more for a kind of special training. I expect that here on this very special planet you will discover that you have many special powers. I can't tell you more for the moment, but each time you experience something strange or special, come and tell me. I will give you an explanation. I feel nothing particular in this room. Okay, so looks like we can't go through these doors actually. Let's check this one here then. I feel nothing particular in this room. Okay, maybe the balcony? Oh, Paul. How I miss our planet, Caladan, with its oceans and, this is so different. Okay, nothing in this room either. How about this one here? Nope. Maybe the floor? Or the hallway? I feel something here. It's so faint. No, let's continue. Okay. Wait, I can feel something. Sure. I think there's a hidden door on the left. Yes, let's have a look. Here we go. It seems to lead somewhere. Let's follow. Not exactly hospitable. We've got a control room here. It looks like a communication room, used to send and receive long-distance messages. I'm going to try to open this door on the right. Oh, a communication room. Let's all gather here. Jessica really has stunning faculties, doesn't she? Thank you, Leto, but let me tell you, this is an exhausting exercise. Oh, whole gang's gathered. As we are almost all gathered here, I would like to congratulate Paul for what he's done since we arrived here on Dune. He visited 6 sieges and now 6 troops of Fremen are working for us. That's a good start, isn't it, Jessica? I'm pleased to notice that Paul now has a rising charisma among the Fremen. Paul, I'm very proud of you. All of my hopes are set on you. Okay, let's see the Dune map. Got all of our guys here, so these guys are not working right now because there's been no prospecting. However, I think the prospectors are on the way to this siege here, and these guys started working automatically after the area has been prospected, so I don't need to go there again to do that, which is actually pretty neat. Yeah, this is not prospected, and has actually the best spice density, so look at that. Okay. This is a communication room. When you view a message, a holographic image of the sender is generated in the center. I really don't understand much of this kind of technology. Okay. So this room here. I'm so tired from having sounded rooms like that. It's emotionally exhausting. Okay, no worries, we're good now. Not exactly hospitable, yeah. Talk to Duncan again. Even with the Fremen, we won't get very far in mining spice if we don't have more harvesters. A harvester is a very efficient machine used to mine spice from the ground. Okay. This communication will be of great use to us. Jessica has stunning faculties, doesn't she? I see a great deal of her teachings in you, Paul. Okay, okay. Let's talk to Gurney again. I wonder if Duncan is satisfied with the spice production. Is he? Well, we'll see. You can talk to him again. No, so it's just the same deal. You told me you saw one harvester on a siege. Go there with Gurney and see if you can locate some more of them. There we go. Let's go for some harvesters. Actually, I should probably leave Jessica here. I don't think she's required here. Yeah, there we go. Does she actually stay in that room specifically? Yes, she does. Oh, she's sitting down too. Nice touch. So I think it's this siege here that has harvester. Let's go for that one. It's a silent Paul. Impressive, isn't it, Paul? There was actually just one Paul in that sentence, but never mind. Nice siege. Okay, well, what a great sentence. A harvester, we found it in a siege northeast. Fly straight from here over the crater center, but don't go beyond the rocky area. Okay. That sounds pretty good. Let's see if we can get more harvesters. Okay, so it's at northeast, across a rocky area. Let's see. Good. Let's see whether Gurney can spot the siege here. No fast travel then. Otherwise we might miss out on finding the siege. There we go. It looks like a siege. There on the left. Very good, very good. Have you seen the 2 harvesters around the siege? You must go to the 2 nearest sieges to tell the Fremen to come and pick them up. So this siege here seems to be abandoned, actually. I've not actually seen the harvesters, but well, there's definitely one there. Okay, let's do that. So, let's see. These guys here could probably use a harvester, because I don't think they have one. Let's do that then. Go and enjoy some more desert travel here. Yeah, these guys here are harvesting by hand. And only those guys here have harvester. Okay. Modify equipment. So there's nothing here. We can move to the siege here. See what the prospectors are. So prospectors are here. So we should move those as well. That would be nice, wouldn't it? So let's go to the siege here as well. And talk to these guys here. Yes, nothing else here either. Just our Oni. So you're gonna move here as well. And then go to... Was this the siege with the prospects? Actually, I have to check. It's the one far out here. There we go. I don't think there's more sieges here, but you never know. So let's just enjoy the journey and see whether we can spot more. I'm not quite sure how many sieges there are in general, but there's one, like the density you see here, that roughly reflects how many there are. You don't really want to go north from these positions here because that's Harkonnen territory, and you get yourself shot down and get a game over if you just fly into Harkonnen territory. Okay, no more siege here, or no new siege, but that's fine. Here we go. Okay, we are the spice prospectors. We've already been here in Tunutuek for a few hours. Okay. So, they should probably go from here. Then again, they've only been here a short amount of time, so maybe they shouldn't. I guess if I order them... I guess if I order them to go now, they'll still do the prospecting here. So yeah, that should be good then. Okay, okay. That's all good then. And are these guys actually here? So those guys are still walking, but the other guys are here. So we can go to that siege and give them their respective equipment. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Modify the equipment. There we go. You get a harvester. Yes, you'll do a better job. Then let's move the troop. No troops here, so you can go back from here. And here we have... Wait, there's no troops there either. I guess... Oh, these guys here haven't joined me yet. Yes, forgot about that. At least I think they haven't. Okay, so these guys are still wandering about. Let's maybe go to... At least I don't think these guys have joined me. Let's talk to them again. Actually, there's nobody here, never mind. Oh wait, these were the prospectors, of course. It's okay. As soon as I've got another troop, I can recruit those guys and just send them there. You don't really need... because the spies will eventually be exhausted in one area. And then you can just move on your troop to the next. So modify the equipment. There we go. Don't search for equipment. Okay, they can do that too. Okay. Actually, no. Don't want to do that right now. Yeah. Yeah, this should be fine. So those guys are moving, and are those guys actually working right now? Can't start right now, so this is not prospected. I think it might not be. Okay. Nice siege, yeah. I guess I could move you back as well. Yeah, I guess I could do that. Okay. Yeah, oh yeah, this is not prospected. This is a great area. So you move there. You're still prospecting? Okay. All cool now. Are you going to stay here? Either we go in... Oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was a bit too intense. Whoa, Gurney, you're scaring me here. Oof. Look at that. That was a bit terrifying, actually. It really was. Okay, let's fly back to the palace. Okay, skip the destination. And let's talk to the Duke again. Here's Duncan, who's got the chair now. So where is the Duke actually? So here's Jessica. I'm doing my... Oh, okay. Doing my best to help you, Paul, but sometimes you have to mention... Why is everybody so scary now? It's rather different here from the sieges we've been to, isn't it? Yeah, it sure is. Let's see. Oh, here's the Duke. This is my favorite room in the palace. Look, Paul. Look at those dunes. What a sight. A person needs new experiences. They jar something inside, allowing you to grow. Without changes, something sleeps inside us and seldom awakes. The sleeper must awaken. Have you seen the message in the communication room? I have not, in fact, seen the message in the communication room. Yep, so this guy has nothing useful to say. Well, we'll find out. Oh, Emperor Shaddam IV. Who's a weird fish person. I do remind you that I sent you to Dune to extract spies, so make the necessary arrangement. I will call you again very soon for the first shipment. That guy really looks like some sort of inbred Habsburgian weirdo, but well. You've seen the Emperor's message. Well, our spice production has to be increased. As Fremen from Tunutaba, the one who gave us the still suits, you told me about an area rich in spice. Our stocks of spice are currently 1,190 kilograms. Yesterday we had produced 390 kilograms of spice, that is 120 better than the day before. You remember that spice, by far the most valuable substance in the whole universe, etc, etc. So, still suit guy. Okay. Kind of have some work left here, yeah. Tunutaba, okay. Yeah, let's see what I can talk to that guy. The Fremen who gave us the still suits is the one to the location of the harvesters. Okay. So, let's see. Tuak, Karthak Tarba. Wait, where's that siege? I'm sure it was just one of these 3 guys, wasn't it? No, this one here, okay. So, exit the maps and let's go to that siege. There we go. Skip to the destination here for now. Aha, Paul Atreides, you seem to be much interested in spies. I sure am. Yes, I've been told of vast spice field in the south. Take your Oni, and fly plain southeast. Before reaching the rocky area, you'll find Fremen. Okay, there we go. Oh, they're now novice in spice, very good. 31%. 90 kilograms an hour, very good. Southeastwards. Okay, let's go there then. Southeastwards. Gurney's along for the ride, of course. Good, very good. And we should find another siege here rather soon. There we go. Yep, it's always on the left. Another big siege here. Oh, it's Hara. I've heard about you, Paul Atreides. You are misinformed. All the people have left. I stayed here to mourn my husband Janice, whom Paul kills in the novel. You look a bit weird, but everybody looks a bit weird, so it's okay. He died during a fight with a young man. But mourning time comes to an end now. I have to live my life. Ah, the spies. Yes, spies is easy to locate around here. And there's much more southwards. I know several siege locations. Hmm? Okay. Okay. Yes, Paul Atreides, I'm going with you and I don't care what the people will say. Oh, okay. So you want to go to areas rich in spice, didn't you? You have to go southwest. Okay. Very good. Okay, that sounds pretty good. So I think he just got activated. I don't think those were visible before. Okay. Recruiting all kinds of people here. Always good. Yeah, generally you want like a bunch of Fremen on spice harvesting and then train other ones in fighting, because that's going to become an important part later. Or ecology even later, but we'll get to the ecology part here as well. You'd better talk with the Fremen chiefs. Okay, I'll do that then. Nice siege again. Why don't we go back to the palace after we visit the 3 new sieges? Okay. Sure. Look at this haircut here. Are you Paul Atreides? The voice from the outer world. Okay, I guess that's all he has to say. Yes, I agree to let my troop work for you. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's ask for more information. Okay, that's pretty good. The area has to be prospected for spice before we start mining it. Let's see the Dune map here. We've got 3 guys with harvesters now. And then 1 guy without here and 1 guy without there. Okay. That's all good. Prospectors are still there. Do some prospecting them before we go to the other siege. Actually, I guess I can probably send them those areas already. Okay, your job's finished, so I'll give you more orders. Okay. There we go, that should do it. I can give those guys an ornithopter later, but not right now. Okay, I guess those Fremen can't really do much now because the areas are not prospected. You like traveling, don't you? Yeah, it's essential to win this game here. Let's take another Oni here. And let's see. So was this siege here new as well? I'm not quite sure. Let's go there, just in case. Welcome to Habanya Timon. So here's this Paul Atreides we've heard about. Yeah, it sure is the Paul Atreides you've heard about. Yes, could you let my troop work for you? Okay. 2,430 men, okay. Okay, has to be prospect, of course. I don't think my troop feels necessary to fight for you, okay. So, since we can't do anything else right now, let's just go for that as well. No more orders, and then... see where the prospect is right now. Still on their way here. All good then. Take another Topter, or Orni, and to the southernmost siege. Very good. This is probably like the kind of the main part of the game here. You try to find sieges, you recruit Fremen, and you need to make sure you always occupy them, have the ones you want to use for fighting later, train and everything. Give them good equipment. There we go. So coming from the other siege, these guys have great haircuts. Well, for you, I don't see the point. This Fremen chief is a little hard to convince. You should come back later. You should come back here again later. Okay, sure. When we go back to the palace after we visit the 3 new sieges, we can do that. Okay. There's like a ghost Fremen there, because that guy hasn't been recruited yet. Okay, back to the palace. Get to destination here, and let's go. Remember that now our most important task is to achieve good spice production. Okay, is that all you have to say? Sure. Paul, I don't think that I've told you about the worms. They are a danger to all spice mining. Sandworms grow to an enormous size. Specimens longer than 400 meters have been seen in the deep desert and live to a great age. Worms attack all rhythmic vibrations. Don't hesitate to regroup your troops in a place where there's much spice to mine. There we go, more than 2 tons of spice, that sounds pretty good to me. Yes, etc, etc. Sees Jessica here. Oh, Paul with a girl. I knew this would happen. She's quite charming, but don't let her distract you from your goals. Also, I think you stabbed her husband. Walk out in the desert, stay there a while. Let it penetrate you. Spice is omnipresent on Dune. It may awake your internal potentials. But you must go alone. Okay. As you wish, Paul, I shall stay here. Okay. Hera can stay here as well. Nice palace you have here. I'll stay here if you want to. You don't seem to know what you want. Follow me. Stay here. Sheesh. Okay. Well, I have to go to the desert alone, so let's do just that. Does this count as desert? Wait for evening. I guess it does. A message has arrived in the palace. Exciting. So... a little bit cold. Sure. Again from the Emperor. Oh, I want a shipment of 1020 kilograms of spice today. Okay. Let's quick check out the Dune map here. Prospectors have prospected that and are now moving. Very good, very good. Spice density here, yeah, lots more going on here. I think the prospectors are busy for the time being, so I can give them new orders at a different point in time. So let's send that spice. Oh, almost 3 tons. Yes, yes, yes. The Emperor asked for a spice shipment, didn't he? We can send him what he asked for. 1020 kilograms. I saw stocks 2790 kilograms. I'm not sure arguing is a good idea here. Let's just accept it for now. Okay, Paul, let's go to the communication room at once and send the shipment to the Emperor. Let's go. Ooh. Exciting animation here. The spice has been shipped. Let's wait for the Emperor's reaction. We don't have to worry, we've sent what he asked. Ah, the answer has just come. Let's have a look at this message. You sent me the spice I've asked you. Good. Next shipment will be 5 days from now, which I think is the lowest amount of days, which is a bit unfortunate, but never mind. More stocks out, etc., etc. All cool here. Yes, I think I'm going to leave it at this for the time being. This is Dune, the original floppy version. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time.